Hey, what's up guys, Loveday here. Today I'm going to be doing a quick review of my Simetik K2 rig that I've got. I won't be showing the unboxing and everything of how it came in the box, but I will show some pictures from how it's supposed to come in the box, because obviously I didn't record opening it. I've had it for a few months. This is like after a few months of use type review. So yeah, let's just jump into it. So yeah, here we are guys, this is the Simetik K2 rig. So you can see all my stuff's already on there. I didn't show the building of it, because obviously like I said, this is after a couple of months of use. So yeah, this rig out of the box doesn't come with a seat. I had to buy this separately, so be aware of that. And the price of it is I think around 360 euros. That's with VAT minus shipping, so you're going to have to pay for shipping on top of that. But all in all, I would say this is one of the sturdiest rigs that I think I've ever used. I've been on some of the ones in I think Brands Hatch. They have their little showcase area with some sim racing stuff on there. Yeah, some of those are pretty good, but this one is no flex, no movement. Let me see if I can show you a little bit. Obviously, not a lot of force on that, but most of that movement is either my arm on the camera or the carpet. There is no flex. I think Gamer Muscle did a video. I'm going to put a little thing up in the corner just here of him basically standing on his rig on one of these, and it is so sturdy. And there's no flex. One of the main problems that I had with my other rig was with my shifter and handbrake. Obviously these parts are extras for the shifter mount and the handbrake mount. Sorry about the spaghetti over here of wires. I haven't really figured out a way to tidy that up. But yeah, got cable management through here as well. So a little tangent quickly. But yeah, like I said, and the mounting on some of the rigs that I've seen tend to not have that sturdier kind of feel, but I'm happy to say that with this one there is no movement, no flex. It looks like there is here, but there is a lot of weight on here, but when you're actually going, you don't feel any of it. Like you can see just about here, that's while I'm moving this, there is some flex just there. I don't know if you can see it, but there is, when you're actually using it, that is so negligible that you will not notice, and it doesn't feel like it's going to come off. And that's, when I say there's no flex, I do mean like no noticeable flex. Like this is just, it's so well built, I'll be honest. But yeah, the one gripe that I have with it, obviously it doesn't come with a seat, so you are going to have to pay extra for the seat somewhere else. I went on eBay, got mine OMP TRSE rally bucket seat for I think about £150 or something around that area, which came with the mounting brackets at the bottom. Yeah, basically you want to get one with mounting brackets or seat slider. I'll show you quickly. You can just about see, these are the mounting holes. I'll show you some dimensions on the screen of what they are. So you've got 3 at the back, and then you've got about 5 at the front. So yeah, they're the mounting for the seats. I'll show you underneath quickly. Very, very rigid. We've got a couple of support beams all the way across, and again at the front another Simetik branded support beam. There is no flex on the angles of this. All right, now for the main part. This stand here, obviously my one I got a few months ago, so I don't have the updated bracket which has the support beams coming across. I only have this one, which is the one just before. So I think it was in the past couple of months actually that they've released that. So yeah, it doesn't have the mounting, the support beams going across, but I will say, no flex. All that is me moving the carpet, or me moving it on the carpet. And the story is exactly the same on here. Where the wheelbase actually sits, there is no flex whatsoever. As you can see, you've got the 2 beams coming through here, which is what this all sits on. Underneath you have, oh, there we go, just a little twist lock nut, one on either side, but that surprisingly holds everything. And on here I have no flex whatsoever when moving and steering, even under high force feedback. Unfortunately, I'm a bit stupid, I have my force feedback quite high for this wheel, or this wheelbase. I just prefer that. Obviously I know that's probably causing damage to the actual wheelbase, but this rig really does support it. As you can see, you've got all the mounting holes. You've got mounting holes up here, and you can see most of them from underneath. Lots of support for different rims and wheelbases. Like I said, some of the stuff is extras, so you've obviously got the shifter bracket and the handbrake bracket. They're extras. You can also get monitor stands, so you can have a monitor at the back. Obviously I've got my monitor up here, so you can have your monitor at the back mounted onto it. You can have your computer mounted behind the monitors as well. Keyboard, mouse pads and everything, all brackets on top of there. Now the adjustability on this is perfect because you've got a lot of adjustability in this rig. You can change the height of this beam here with these, so you can undo this, and then you can literally just pull this up, adjust the height. Obviously this comes forward, this angles up and down. You've got so much adjustability. Obviously with this seat mounting option that I've done, the seat won't move, but you can also get a seat rail slider and be able to move your seat that way. Or you can do what I've just done and pretty much set it and forget it, as I like to say. The way you can adjust the pedals on this is absolutely amazing. Basically this whole system here, this whole plate that the pedals sit on, which is just this bit here, that can be fully adjusted and taken off as well. So obviously you can change the angle. You just take these screws out, one on either side, and then change the angle, so you can have it at 0% or 25 degrees, sorry, 0 degrees or 25 degrees. At the moment I'm rocking 15, I did try it on 20 for the longest time. Realised that I was not coming off the throttle all the way, so I put it down to 15. I just prefer that angle, especially with the CSL Elite load cell pedals. It just feels a bit better. I'm not always on the throttle or always on the brake when I'm resting my feet. So yeah, I'll throw another clip in of the pedal plate coming out. Won't do it in this clip because it's just a lot of effort. So yeah, like I was saying earlier with the cable management, all of my cables run out the back of here and then straight down the tubes because they are hollow, which is one of my favourite things about this. This one obviously doesn't go through because that's just my webcam for my very jerry-rigged setup for feet cam. So yeah, the cables all run down here, all run out the bottom, and then it's just perfectly just kind of tucked away. And that's how I like it, because there's not, yeah, this is a mess, but it makes it less of a mess when you can hide all your cables. Hey guys, quick cut in here. I'm just going to quickly show you the webpage of where I've got it. This is the simetek.com website. This is the K2 cockpit rig. It shows obviously 295 excluding VAT and 362 for European Union only with VAT. What I got with mine, shifter and handbrake support. Where's the handbrake? So the shifter comes in at 64 with VAT or 65 with VAT, which is the whole bracket on this side. And then coming off of that, which is the little handbrake support, that comes in at 36 euros. So all in all with everything, I think it rounded out about 400 euros. Sorry, probably a bit more than that, probably about 450 euros. With all the things that I bought with it. Yeah, your price might be different, obviously, because you're going to be getting different parts. But that's just what I had. I was just going to be completely honest with you about how much I spent on this and everything that I got with it. Obviously your rig might be completely different, you're going to possibly need different parts, but I just thought I'd show you what I bought and how much everything costs for what I have exactly. Going into a bit more detail in sense of a review, yeah, this thing is super sturdy, really good for the price that I paid for it. You can't really fault it, to be honest. There aren't really that many things that I can say that are all too bad. Most of the complaints that I have with it are mostly due to the fact that this seat doesn't have sliders. The height adjustability isn't very good, but that's just because of the seat that I bought. It has nothing to do with the actual rig, because the rig just has mounting holes for the seat. Everything that you can think of is adjustable: height, distance between the wheel and everything, the angling of the wheel, even the position of the shifter and handbrake. You can adjust the height completely on that. Where you mount everything, there's so many mounting holes, and the mounting options with it as well, the actual screws. There aren't holes, it's just a slider, but they have a square bracket on them, so you can literally slide it into any position on most of the options here, on the mounting options. The cable management is a really good bonus, keeps all the cables coming out of the wheel out of the way, and yeah, I love this thing to bits. It's quite a chunky thing, obviously, so it's smaller than I would say some of the 8020 builds that you see, but yeah, no, honestly, this is probably one of the better things that I bought for my sim racing. Would I say it's worth the money? For me, I would say yes. For some other people, I hope so. Obviously this is just my opinion and my review of it, so you can't just say, oh well, Loveday said it was good, so it has to be good. Like, for me, it's perfect. I love it. I've not seen anything else for the price that has been, for me, as good or looked as good. Yeah, everything about it I do quite love. So yeah, pros and cons of this thing. Pros, the adjustability. I would say even the price. Some of you might not think that the price is a pro, per se. But I've had a look at a fair few other ones, like the GT Omegas and everything. They're coming around roughly at the same price, but don't look as good or as sturdy. And I've used a couple of them, like I said, at Brands Hatch. They had a GT Omega there at one point. I don't know if it's still there, but that felt, I could feel it flex. On this one, I have not felt any flex. The most I've felt is me moving in the seat or it moving on the carpet. Like I did mention the flex on here, but I don't know if I've actually tightened these up fully. That might just be me being stupid, because I actually don't think... I could probably tighten that up a bit more, to be honest. But yeah, regardless of that, there is a little bit of flex on the shifter, but you got to remember that the Fanatec shifter and the Fanatec handbrake are quite heavy. Yeah, this is durable. I've had no issues. Nothing's fallen off. Nothing's broken. Yeah, I don't really know much else to say to it. There's a lot of components that you can add to this. You can have the triple screens set up on here. You can have your PC mounted at the back, so you can have an all-in-one rig where your PC, monitors and everything's all plugged in. Cons, you could argue that the price is a con. I know that there are cheaper options around, but for me this was one of the ones that I liked the look of, the feel of. When I got it, I knew I'd made the right decision for me. And I prefer the GT style sitting. I don't like the F1 style where you're pretty much lying down with your legs up in the air. That's not my favourite, so I prefer the GT style. Another con I would say is it is quite large. It's not as large as other rigs like the AT20s that I've said, that I've mentioned before, sorry. But I mean, if this is reference, it fits through my door quite easily, because I slide it out when I'm using a full room VR. So it does slide out the door quite easily, because obviously the carpet sliders that I've added. But you can consider it quite a large rig. It's quite long. If you've got a perfect place for it, then obviously that's fine. But like I said in another video, which I'll put a card up over here, one of the things I mentioned in that video was if you're just starting out, find a rig that matches your space. So it's not like a fill your space, match your space. I would like to be able to hide this a bit better, but luckily I've got the room to do so. So yeah, that was my review, guys. Not really a proper review. It was more just going into depth of what it is and what I like about it, which is technically a review, I guess. Sorry I sound a bit ill. I am ill. We've got a massive cough, cold, head cold, everything. Just kind of So yeah, guys, I'm happy with my purchase. If you go out and buy one and don't like it, please don't blame me. I'm just saying what I think of it, and that's pretty much it. This is an opinion, and not a fact-to-fact review. Some of the things I have said are facts, like it's sturdy as hell, and obviously the price. But the rest of it is my opinion on this, why I like it, and then why I decided that I wanted to keep it forever and not return it. So yeah, I'm going to cut back to previously recorded me doing the outro. He's over there. So yeah, guys, like I said, I've been using this rig for a fair few months and I have had no issues whatsoever. One thing I will say though is the best advice I have had from Gamer Muscle was to add carpet sliders, just here, carpet sliders, to be able to move this rig around, because it is quite heavy with everything on it. So just to be able to move everything around without, hurting your back, basically. But yeah, that's the Simetik K2. I highly recommend it. It's one of the best things I've ever bought for my rig, seeing as it is a rig. But yeah, no, that's it. I don't know where I'm going with the outro of this one. For the price, I reckon it's probably one of the better ones. You can go for an AT20 and make it yourself, or you can go with a very reasonably priced pre-built. Well, you do have to build it yourself, but it's all there, all the instructions and everything. It's perfect for me. The box it came in as well was super small. Like I was trying to put up a picture here of what it looked like, but it was super small. Surprising that all of that is actually in there. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a like. If you really liked it, subscribe, hit that notification bell and all that other stuff. And yeah, comment down below if you have this rig and what you think of it. I don't know why I paused for so long there. But yeah, alright, cheers guys.